Okay, helping save Vietnam from Vietnamese in 3, 2, 1.
Well, I'm not sure how Tom Paxton or Brandon Herrera will feel about that intro, but this was not even intended for that purpose. It's just one of those things. I recorded this as background footage for Full Media Literate and perhaps even the Autism and Public Life video. And so I wasn't thinking about this mindfulness video. But, well, life happens like that. Oh, maybe I should explain. For anyone who doesn't know, mindfulness is a mental health therapy kind of technique. You think about stuff. You think about what's going on in the present moment. You know, trying to get rid of all your concerns. Whereby you sit, normally. Yes, because perhaps I should explain what it means to be mindful. You're sitting, normally. You close your eyes, they tell you. You, think. Or perhaps not think. Some people phrase it as think about, some people don't. Yes, you can tell I've probably done a lot of these things. And I've not found them terribly effective. But anyway, that's for a little bit. As I say, you're meant to sit. You're meant to think about the present moment. You're meant to think about that, or feel it, as I say. Some phrase it as think as, some phrase it feel as. I don't know enough English to know what is correct. Ishmidud. Anyway, more to the point. You're meant to do stuff like count your breaths. Concentrate on your breathing. Think or feel the way the clothes feel on your back. Yes, they phrase it like that. Normally. I do not know why. But there are other things as well, or how you're sitting upon your chair. All these kind of things. Trouble is, I'm autistic. Now, I don't know whether you're autistic, and for you this works. But for me, I feel all those things anyway. So I don't exactly know why. I don't know why it doesn't seem to work for me. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It just feels like I'm sitting down. I'm concentrating on my breathing. I always do that. I'm always conscious of how I'm breathing. I'm practically trained for that sort of thing because I do, as someone who does weightlifting, I concentrate on my breathing to make sure I'm getting enough oxygen in to make sure my muscles don't collapse. You know what it all is about. It is not very complicated. When you do exercise, you've got to concentrate on your breathing. Plus, the army turned me down, but you got to be able to regulate your breathing when it comes to aiming. So I trained to do that, given how many not teachers, strictly speaking, but how many people in educational environments advised me to join the army. So, I already do that. I already am conscious of my breathing. In fact, one of the possible common features of the autism condition is to not be able to filter out such sensory inputs as you're breathing. Because when these things sit upon you, like your clothing, your breathing, your posture, und so weiter, you just if you have no ability to filter out sensory inputs, you're going to constantly hear them, feel them anyway. They're there. So what am I doing to appreciate the moment other than what I'm already doing? So to me it feels a bit silly. But then I've got to ask this question that you're probably wondering. Why have I taken you to Nam? Or at least to Battlefield Vietnam? Well, it's because while I was looking over the footage, while I was contemplating this footage for background, making sure I get everything I needed for full media literate, well, I thought to myself, I was supremely just in the zone for that. Supremely relaxed, just able to blank out any other concerns that I might have on my mind. Other than my guy that I'm piloting, as it were, with a shotgun, or later sniper rifle, or later, the various, you get to play different classes in Battlefield Vietnam. I was just thinking about that. It was just that. Just being in that moment with the shotgun in landing zone Albany, finding the NVA team. I'm trying to remember whether they're Viet Cong on this map or not. I think they're NVA. But either way, just focusing on my job, on my mission. And that seemed a lot more successful than the mindfulness techniques I'd been taught to do. Now, I don't know why it is. I wasn't feeling shaky. I wasn't feeling stressed out. I was just there doing the thing. Focused on them. And it's not like it's real. This is, I'm not actually being shot at. It's just a video game. I mean, essentially, it's a very nice display of ones and zeros. Yeah, I studied a bit of computer programming as well in my time. Yes. But either way, more importantly, I was just able to relax, focus on what I was doing, just shut out everything else, and just play. Just get away from it all. And just focus on this. This. Being here in Landing Zone Albany. Now, I'm not saying it has to be the Viet Cong, the NVA, that I'm shooting at. I could be playing on their team. I could be playing a different game altogether. Civilization I've found myself just zoning out in. Focusing entirely on the moment. Focusing on just doing that thing. And I don't want to make the mindfulness crowd feel sad. Sorry, that's probably very bad English. I don't want to discredit the mindfulness for those for whom it is very useful. It's just for me, it was very useless. Not nearly as useful as this game that I've been playing since I was 11 years old when it first came out. Yeah, so about 20 years. I've been playing, on and off I've been playing Battlefield Vietnam. Such times. Either way, more importantly, I have got this game where I can just do the thing that I'm meant to do. With shotgun, with grenade, with pistol, with knife. It's a combat game. For some, that's not great. And perhaps Civilization or some other city builder will be the thing. And yes, I've been able to just sort of zone out and tell the little story of the city while playing SimCity Societies. But I happen to have this footage, so I'm using Battlefield Vietnam as the illustration. Yes. But anyway. Oh, yes. I have to say that just thinking about stuff, and I just found myself without, like, a whole world of things on my mind. Maybe that's mindful, I don't know. But, well, I guess that is the way it goes, and we're all different in a way, and I hope that you're all having very nice day of things. Now, and whether the traditional mindfulness technique is more useful, or whether you prefer just going to Nam for the same kind of thing. It was lovely having you here.